Welcome back, one and all, to the Brexit Estate, hard by the darkest dungeon where things have taken an interesting turn lately. A great number of those treacherous town councillors who sought to return our glorious estate to the rule of the evil empire, to whom they had been attempting to sell us off for their own profit for a great many years, have now been cast out of the council chambers, never to return. And those treacherous individuals who do remain skulking in the halls have been forced to admit they cannot prevent us now from regaining our freedom. However, among those upon the council who have brought about this great change, there are a number who have rather unpleasant plans for the hamlet. For example, a number of them wish to make the sanitarium rather more expensive than it already is. There's also been talks of the guild losing funding and possibly even losing some of its upgrades. So we need to make care. We need to take care and keep an eye on these individuals and do our best to prevent them bringing their worst plans to fruition. Because I'm sure they're going to try and bring about a great many changes, so we just need to make sure they don't bring about too many nasty changes that would lower the quality of life for the inhabitants of the hamlet. That being said, we are once again in the quest for a vessel and needing to pass time. Now, if I go into the farmstead, it's going to be all crystals, isn't it? There's not too much I can get from there. That's going to be very helpful. So instead I'm going to... Oh, hello. Do we have a high-level occultist, given that we are lacking a... No, we don't. Lovely. So we cannot tackle the crow, even though it has a great number of highly valued trinkets that we do wish returned. I really want to. And you know what? There's not a lot of mid-level quests available this week. Yeah, no. I think we're going to have to try something like this instead. Rooms. It's going to have to be a short one, and we do need the money. But who would we take? Let's say we took Marius, Kelda, Kira, and... oh god, Rashida? Or Lilla? So we took Lilla as our fourth. This isn't going to work very well, is it? Alright. How could this work? I mean, we could just send them up against Bashrika. If we go against Bashrika, it's not going to cost us any money, but it's going to be very nasty. We're going to be taking lots of conditional damage. Lots of bleeds and blights. Aha! Oh, this is risky. So let's say we send Senate instead in full-on support healer mode, pretty much. We'd want a lot of supply items. This will be an expensive week. Okay. I think we can do this. We just need to not die. I mean, it will make for a shorter episode than expected, but you know what? I've had a nice meal, I've watched a completely stupid, unbelievably stupid film, And yeah, I'm kind of ready to do something nice and relaxing for a bit. Okay. Well, I say relaxing, this is going to be ridiculously difficult. Okay. So, is there a plan? Yes. The plan is to try to survive. Right, so, I do have a plague doctor. Why am I bringing anti-venom and bandages? Because the plague doctor won't get to act every turn. More importantly, I'm bringing a plague doctor, and it's for Crow. This is all about survival. So I want Rosnav and someone sturdier than a grave robber. So let's say, sure, Jamila. Now what can she do from rank 3? A fair bit actually. Okay. That's a positive start. Now, do we have a leper available to sit in front and be really sturdy? No, but we have a Twilight Knight. Almost as good. We could swap Whirlwind Attack for Anticipation. Oh, now we're talking. Alright. So take Sarah Lynn and... ooh, is this wise? I think it will have to be. Wait, can we... what's this speed looking like? Slow. Okay, this is going to be rough, but let's do it. So, we want to stock up on the usual supply items because the Crow gets a lot more turns than we do. I'm going to take 2 vials of blood and we will leave it at that. Wait. It's been a while since I faced the high level Crow, okay? It may cause horror. And I honestly can't remember. So, in we go. I would say it will be short and sweet, but it's more likely to be short and traumatic, to be honest. It's all dependent on Rosnav being able to guard the Plague Doctor, which means neither of them being stunned in the first round, and the Plague Doctor not being killed before Rosnav gets a turn. Alright, come Crow. Alright. You know, 2 blocks is really good. Two blocks is really good. And I forgot to use holy water. I should do that right now. And you know what? You're highly resistant, but we'll do it anyway and miss. It's fine-ish.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Oh, I hope that's not... I do hope that wasn't a move skill. Alright, she's guarded. That's great. That's really great, actually. Okay, and holy water, and now just get ready. I don't think we're going to take the Crow down because it's the Crow. You know, all we need to do is survive. Although there's a lot of surviving we need to do. Okay, nobody bleeding. This is silly, but we'll do it anyway.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
And I'd say we currently, oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage, stand a pretty good chance of getting everyone back alive from this one. Although 23 health is a bit low at the moment. So is 21. Okay. We have bandages. We want blocks because there's a lot of damage coming our way. And we can take whatever that was. Right. 1723 but 2 blocks. Taking a gamble. So far the gamble appears to be paying off, but that's not saying much. Alright. Maintain the guard, because it will be gone by the end of this turn. So that is renewed. And that miss is something we can live with. Now we'll heal her for 3 whole points. That's quite impressive. And she doesn't even use a block. Right. There's not enough stress to remove. And here we go! We made it!
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Is there anything we can... Nope, no, nothing special. Let's reclaim some of our lost glory. And it's about time to look at all these lovely trinkets we lost earlier, but we got back now. So good. Unquiet mind. We'll have to work on that. Fear of Eldritch. Fine. Corvid's resilience. You know, for Senate, that's not a bad one.
The beating heart of the gambling hall. Now bloodless and still.
Operations will be suspended temporarily, but given the limited avenues of egress from the hamlet, officials are optimistic the thieves will be apprehended shortly. The gambling hall is locked, but the bar and the brothel are half price. Maris is thirsting for the blood. Vernon drank some. Do we have a Vestal at the stagecoach? No, but we do have a Celt, which is lovely. It means we get some time to experiment with this nice new class. Now. Ooh. That almost feels not quite right. Oh, it's got to be something silly like Moira, hasn't it? Yeah. I was tempted to call her something very, well, very unflattering, but decided that wouldn't be a good, you know, like Sturgeon, for example, but no, that wouldn't be quite right, would it? So let's see, we have quick attack. Heavy strike. Eye of Balor. Balor, of course, being the one-eyed giant. He's one of the... He's not the Tuatha De Danann, he's one of the other ones. Oh, goodness, I can't remember the name of that group now. Fomorian Stab. That's right, before... Fomorian, that's not how you spell Fomorian. There's another R before the M. Morrigan's Blessing. Morrigan, of course, being the Celtic goddess of war and strife. Lu guides me. Lu, Fomorian, and Balor's Eye. Yep, very sensible. Blade of Magtuiri. I'm going to have to look up that one, actually. Or I'll ask the chap who made the class, actually, yeah. So she'll be fun. we'll give her a few trinkets in our next run, and we'll send these low-level characters off on a quest next week, and hopefully get a Vestal at the stagecoach, or even more hopefully get one back from a graveyard, because it's been a very long time since we had a character return from a graveyard, and it would be nice to do so, even if only to send them on their way and reduce the amount of characters in the graveyard, because there are some very talented healers in there. In fact, most of the talented healers have ended up in there for one reason or another. However, this has been a short episode, short and hopefully sweet. I hope you've all enjoyed it, and I will look forward to seeing you all in the next one. I'll say bye-bye for now, and cheerio everyone!